My concepts are really intertwined with performers' capabilities, especially when we're in this transcultural arena where we're combining bozlak, which is a quintessential Anatolian folk music form, and music of the Teke region, which is a very specific place where the Yuruks lived, who are featured in the opera. The way this combines with my prior, let's say, Western musical language, in a way had to be reinvented.
I think this project is so important for actually me, and not only me, for my instrument bağlama, because it is maybe the first opera, let's say, which is the bağlama is in the center, and a very symbolic and functional role in this kind of opera.
So for several years we've been doing these research projects between Turkish musicians, kind of contemporary Eurogenetic style musicians who specialize like myself in contemporary music and doing weird things. So this, in a way, is a new weird thing for me to learn about, get deep into Turkish music, which is really important for me because I've basically made it my home for 18 years.
The idea of translating one of his books to an opera is a kind of, I think it's a very challenging thing in that way. Because even it's very hard to translate it into another language, now we are translating it to another art form of opera.
Learning to listen not just to the super specific Hezarfen timing and kind of opening up our timing a little bit with the Turkish music to be kind of more comfortable and just having a wider metronome, I guess I would say.
How to get the relationship between the performers and then also the set or the costume itself, and then why I make this shape in this way. For example, the tent is not only just a tent; it can be a mountain, and there is like a number to represent like how the meter of the mountains. It's sort of like straightforward, but still combines like their cultural things, like implicit and straightforward.
Michael and I were very clear very early on that this would not be a representative image that we were putting on stage. So unlike Deniz Küstü, which follows a fairly conventional, one might even say mainstream narrative structure, whereby the singers play characters, they sing to each other as those characters, and the story is told by way of those characters. Here we have something that's much more presentational out to the audience. So we have two narrators who are telling the story and only occasionally adopting persona through that story. And we have two bozlak singers who are representing, even though they represent each a single character in the novel, their songs take on board the larger issues and themes of the novel, which is the death of this culture.
Thank to Michael and everybody who's involved in ERC. Time to time we are talking about classical Western music and what's next, and there are not so many new things. So what Michael created is a new thing, I can say. You go to some universe, then you jump to other. There's always destruction of the whole harmonies and again like building together.
Artık özgürüz.
Maybe it will be an opposition to the idea that modern music, contemporary music is Europe-centered.